ambience is perfect.
Hey, leave the candle alone. It's the only thing that provides light in here when the generator goes on the fritz.
That must be Gulliver. He looks all right to me, but he's a lousy replacement for Lonzo. Hi.
Ah, a new customer. Welcome to Gulliver's Gully. I'm Gulliver. If you need to use the bathroom, let me know, and I'll give you the key, the flashlight, and the wolf repellent. We assume no liability for damages caused by the peanuts on the counter. So, what can I do for you?
Gulliver's Gully doesn't sound terribly inviting.
My customers aren't used to being invited anywhere. Who would want to invite thieves and smugglers? Or people with infectious mouth diseases? Now, if you're looking for an inviting ambience, you'd better go uptown, kid.
I've got a few questions regarding your regulars.
Spit 'em out.
What kind of people usually hang out here?
Well, riffraff and rabble, you know, thieves, cutthroats, but the good kind.
Well, it's pretty empty at the moment.
Always is this time of day. Besides your people, only Nod is here now. He's with unorganized crime. I think he's here now because his brother Wink took over the first third of the preliminary 5 o'clock shift today. But as you can imagine, unorganized crime schedules are a little obscure. And then there's Garliff. He comes here to play.
So what does he play?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Seriously? Your dangerous rabble plays rock, paper, scissors?
It may not sound like a game for tough men, but the stakes are high. And they play with loaded fingers.
Don't you ever run into problems with the organon? To me, it looks like everyone here is doing whatever they want.
That's right. The authorities leave us alone here. Portofisco is far away, and the magnetic train route runs along the coast. That's how the floating black market was formed in the first place. We're always in places where the organon doesn't look.
And if I told you that it won't stay that way for long?
Then I would tell you to go join Janosch and his resistance windbags. Only an idiot would believe in that conspiracy crap.
Do you know Captain Bozo?
Sure. He drops anchor here on a regular basis. I think he's got something going on with the owner of the weapons store in Little Venice. She won't break your heart. She'll perforate it with a repeating laser.
And Bozo has a thing going with that fury? I can hardly imagine how that would work out. What can you tell me about unorganized crime?
I wouldn't mess with them if I were you. They're dangerous and unpredictable. If you want to know more, go ahead and ask Nod over there.
You mentioned an underground movement. What's up with that?
Well, calling it an underground movement might be somewhat exaggerated. Garliff and his friends, Janosch and Liebold, hold regular meetings in Janosch's mother's basement.
That's gotta be a joke.
It is. And the punchline is Janosch, their leader. He thinks he's some sort of freedom fighter.
That's it for now.
Yep, that was definitely enough.
It's pretty dark in here.
That's a good thing. Most of my regulars aren't a pretty sight. But if you think this is dark, just wait until the generator breaks down again.
Does that happen often?
Unfortunately, yeah. It's the salty air. Almost the same effect as sugar in the tank. Odd, isn't it?
A drink, please.
Have you got any money?
Well,
I thought so. I mean, just look at you.
Why does everybody always say that?
Come back when you've got money. Transients don't get a tab here.
What else is there to see in the floating black market?
Don't tell me you're a tourist. In that case, you'd better go uptown, assuming they let you in. Downtown is reserved for smugglers, fences, gamblers, and pirates. For a special thrill, I recommend watching the platypus pataka in the market arena. However, fighting only takes place when two squabblers are going after each other. Go
Go on, tell me about those platypus fights again.
Platypus Pataka is a lethal contest, a fight for life and death.
Can't the jukebox play a different song for a change?
What do you mean? It plays a different song all the time.
Are you sure? It does sound pretty familiar, you know.
Leave my jukebox alone. Nothing but classics in the playlist. My favorite is the mating song of the junk crabs, but only when the door's closed. I have enough complaints about crab bites as it is.
I need to use the bathroom.
Then you should sign this waiver first.
A waiver? I hereby confirm that I am not entitled to seek damages against Gulliver, Gulliver's Gully, or Splash Me Toilet Outfitters in the case of blah, 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 hair loss, chemical burns to the nasal mucous membranes, blah, 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 spider bites, rat bites, wolf bites, blah, 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 leprosy, psoriasis, or any kind of curse inflicted by indigenous tribes? Who would sign this nonsense?
Well, the owner of the drugstore, for one.
Is he suicidal?
No. Blind. Using this bathroom is also a popular test of courage. I mean, popular with those who are named in the will. Garliff up there currently has a bet going on with his buddy, Lebo. But, I don't think he's gonna do it. He's still got plans.
Yeah, well, I have a plan, too. I'm planning not to act like a coward. Hand me that pen.
You don't have to do this. You know that, right?
I've never done things I had to do.
Well then, good luck. When your urge to go becomes stronger than your sense of self-preservation, you can ask Garliff for the key.
I'll do that. See you later.
Come back when you're serious about buying a drink.
May I bother you again?
Aren't you going to do that anyway?
Got a point there. Have you got the key to the tavern bathroom?
Yes, but I still need it. I have this bet going.
You bet that you would use that bathroom?
Yeah, but I simply haven't worked up the courage yet.
Scares the crap out of you, does it?
That's what I'm waiting for.
I'll be off then.
See you around.
Hey, hands off!
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do? Stamp your feet and steal my firstborn child?
I wouldn't talk so big if I were you. I'm at the right height to prevent your firstborn child from ever being conceived.
Yeah, I have to go. I get a pain in the neck when I look down for too long.
Oh, sole mio. Oh, sole mio.
Ancora? Oh, stupido! Stupido ganzo cretino!
Oh yeah. A music stand? Uh-oh, that spells trouble. Another new airbag? How many replacement airbags does Doc have? All I need for the infamous Rufus crash test is my feet, a little momentum, and a healthy dose of blind vandalism. This generator provides the tavern with electricity. It's pretty careless setting it up out here, where any random well-meaning citizen can kick it, stick bananas in the exhaust, or pour sugar in the tank. Wish I could remember. Is sugar in the tank good or bad for the engine? Well, there's only one way to find out. Ah, right. It was bad. Thought so. It's really dark here, but not so dark that I'll have to use my legendary sonar hearing. After all, I have the brightest eyes in the whole southwest quadrant. Breathing all that mercury vapor when I was a kid is finally paying off. Ouch! Oh! Ha! Oh! Nothing happened.
Oh, sole mio.
Now, quiet. Ha! Got it!
Ancora? Oh, stupido! Stupido gonzo cretino!
Oh yeah! The mating song of the junk crabs. Yoo-hoo! What is that sheet music?
La musica si fa volare. È una canzone molto romantica. La 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 la.
Calzone.
Prego.
Can't you sing something else for a change?
Con piacere. Ma sfortunatamente, but it's too bad. I have just uno singolo spartito. Only one musica scitta, comprende?
Some of it. Do you really have to keep rowing through the canals and singing?
Cantare, ma sì. I needed to drive off the dam. How do you say?
Boredom?
Razzo.
Ah, well, now that makes sense. Cool gondola.
Sì, sì. Questo cabrio molto confortabile con tutto extra speciale.
With all the extras? Well, what extras? Sorry about your airbag.
It's no problemo. I am a socio di Club Gondola Mobilistico.
A member of the gondola club?
Precisamente. Il tacco always has a replacement for sacco di aria, capito? Capisce?
Capisco. Caputo.
Hey, buddy, quit yanking my chin.
What's that box? Is that your new airbag already?
Sì, sì. Fortunatamente, il tacco always has a replacement in the stock.
Do you always have to speak with that goofy accent?
Yeah, you bet. If I don't, I'm in trouble with the Gondola Association.
I see. I don't mean to worry you, but the Organon is planning to blow up Deponia.
No apprensione. Don't worry. Con una bella canzone on your lips, all is gonna be bene in the end.
Nothing's gonna be bene. The whole planet is gonna go kablooey.
So I will sing
Dora.
La 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 la!
Oh, brother. I hope they hurry up with their explosion. Can't you sing something else for a change?
Computer, ma sfortunatamente, but isn't too bad. I have just uno singolo spartito, only one musical sheet, comprende?
Some of it. Arrivederci!
Huh? What's that mean?
Nothing. The mating song of the junk crabs. What amateur installed this? It's in need of realignment. What amateur installed this? It's in need of realignment. Oops. Why does that always happen to me with antennas? I feel like I'm being watched. Oh, no. I can't while someone's watching. Oh, no. I can't while someone's watching. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't.
Hey, you! Why are you sneaking around here?
Do you mean me?
Of course I mean you. Or do you have an invisible buddy with you?
Ha! If I had a buddy with me, he wouldn't be half as invisible as I am, because I move as inconspicuously as a ninja.
No way. The way you stomp around, I would notice you even if you were hidden using the golden dragon of invisibility from Gilligan's Gadget Shop.
Ha! A real ninja doesn't need gadgets. I can dissolve into thin air with my secret stealth powers anytime.
Then please do that. I don't want to see you around here again. Understand?
That must be one of those genuine tournament hands for professional rock, paper, scissors. I have got to get on board that submersible. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, I can't. Whoever designed this pipe displays a refreshing lack of respect for any sense of efficiency. Oh, that can be used to close the pipe. Right now, it's open. Great, now the pipe's closed. But it didn't do me any good. I'd better leave it open. And keep it in the back of my mind, just in case.
What is it this time? I told you, I don't lend stuff to no one. So don't complain when you get a cup of cyanide instead of milk. What the? Who are you?
What have you got on offer?
My specialty today is cuts and stab wounds for obnoxious visitors.
Holy crap on a cracker. I would like a knife.
In your gut or in your eye? You can have both.
Do you think that's the smartest way to treat a potential customer?
You? A potential customer? Ha! Just look at you. You should be glad I haven't shot you yet, with the emphasis on yet.
I think I lost my way.
Yeah, I think so too. But I've got good news for you. It's not gonna happen anymore in the future.
Because then I'll know my way around?
Because you won't be able to walk, that's why.
Do you know Captain Bozo?
Captain? Ha! Does it make you a captain these days? If you only just manage to keep a rusty junk trawler afloat? The only captain I know is Captain Seagull up in Bellevue. But I'll take Bozo any day over that puffed up imbecile.
So, you know him?
I'm currently wearing his underwear, if you really must know.
I guess I'll be on my way then.
Yeah, don't even think about bugging me again.
I'm gonna have to brood on this idea for a while longer. I'm gonna have to brood on... I never touch... Black would be better, with flames glued to the side up front, and maybe a dragon with a battle axe. Black would be with flame, and maybe.
Welcome to Gilligan's Gadget Garden. You are being served by Shopomat 2000. How may I help you?
Yeah, Doc sent me to get a set of cartridges.
Of course, we currently offer 2 different brands. The first is Platinum Proof Professional. They are somewhat more expensive but of better quality. There is a cheaper kind as well. Cowboy Dodo's Jolly All-Purpose Cartridges. Their quality may not be top of the line, but they come with a free colorful lollipop.
A lollipop?
So which brand do you prefer?
And those are really the good cartridges?
Of course. Remember, Goal's mind is at stake here.
All right. Here goes nothing.
Did it work?
I'm not sure. Something's not right.
Rufus? I might have known. Why does the same question pop up in my mind every time I set eyes on you?
Who's that good-looking guy in the snappy overcoat?
Where am I?
Because the aura of my magnetism is befuddling your sense of orientation.
Seriously, where did you drag me off to this time? And what is that awful smell?
This is the floating black market. You're safe here.
Safe? Rufus, I was on my way to Elysium.
Well, yes, you were, but with the wrong guy.
Cletus wanted to help me.
And you trust that lying slime bag?
Yes, who I am more likely to trust. My fiancé or his cheap imitation?
Hey, what's up with you?
What's up? I wake up only to find myself in some stinking torture chamber. That's what's up with me. I'm already itching all over just because I'm forced to breathe this foul, polluted air. I'm about to be sick. I need to get out of here.
She seems to be pretty mad.
Not really. I just have a certain effect on explosive women.
What, lighting the fuse?
Yeah, very funny. But she actually did seem a little volatile. Are you sure you didn't mess her up somehow?
I think I might be able to explain this. Some information wasn't written to the cartridge, almost as if we'd used the cheap ones.
Not as cheap as your excuses.
Her mind appears to have been split 3 ways.
So, the woman who just stomped out of the lab is only a part of Goal?
And not the most agreeable part, I hope.
Come on, Doc. I thought you were an expert.
It is nothing that I can't fix, but for that, I need all 3 cartridges, including the one that is currently inserted in her implant. Also, I cannot operate without the consent of the patient. Therefore, all 3 parts of Goal must cooperate before I can go ahead with the surgery.
Oh yeah, judging from her mood, she'll be positively enthusiastic about you flipping open her skull again.
Agreed. Maybe you had better start with a different part of her character.
Huh?
Take the 2 cartridges that are still in the output hopper. And this thing.
What is it? A remote control?
Not quite. See that compartment in the back? Just insert one of the other cartridges and press the button when you're close to Goal.
That's what I said, a remote.
It's more complicated than that. Data's written to a buffer and...
And I can zap back and forth between 2 characters.
No. Yes. Something like that, but
Just like a remote.
just like a remote.
Cool. I wish I'd had one of these for Tony.
Hurry up, Rufus. The longer the fragments of her character get used to their independence, the more difficult it will become to talk them into having that surgery done. Go find Goal and persuade her. All 3 parts of her. I will prepare everything else here in the meantime.
All right, here we go. I'll come back to it if I need a couple of ice cubes for my drink. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to... Hello again.
Ah, Rufus, how are you getting on?
We really have to put Goal back together again.
I'm working on it. Simply persuade her to undergo the surgery. That is, all 3 versions of her. Use the remote to switch between cartridges. Once you have convinced all 3, send them to my lab. I'll see to the rest.
What went wrong?
Looks like Gilligan actually palmed off the wrong cartridges on you.
Oh, what a scoundrel!
Goal's mind is now distributed over 3 cartridges. Each cartridge contains different aspects of her character.
Well, it's no big deal. If you know one side of her, you know them all.
Not really.
So, which one is the real Goal?
Every one of them. And none of them.
Oh, I see. Just like breeding mimicry wombats.
What? No. Each of the 3 Goals represents one side of the real Goal, but the whole is more than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, just like the wombats. Those critters breed like crazy if you don't watch out.
What? No. Never mind. Let's just say we need all 3 Goals to cooperate. I cannot put them back together without their consent.
Hey, you don't have to tell me. I almost lost a finger once that way. These horrid little beasts. How does switching the cartridge work again?
Use the remote when you're close to her. That way you can briefly detach her mind from her body. Depending on which cartridge is currently in the remote, a new mind will then be loaded to the cartridge in her implant. And the mind that was in her brain prior to that will be buffered in the ether and then saved to the cartridge in the remote.
Cool. Pew pew!
Okay. Usually at this point, people ask me whether it isn't dangerous.
So the others are all wimps, unlike me.
I'm just saying, the risk of lasting brain damage and all that.
Quite the opposite. I'm way cool. Super cool Sheriff Rufus with his deadly remote of permanent brain damage. Pachoo! Pachoo!
Oh.
Nice office.
Gee, thanks, Rufus.
Now, I would have furnished it a bit differently, but it's still not bad.
Yes, I know. The shielding of the generator resonates rather awkwardly with the induction field of the magnetic solenoid coil in the main capacitor. But what would you do if you had oscillation frequencies of 6 gigahertz and more with a constant 30 teslas?
Oh, yeah, let me see. I would move the generator a little more to the left.
But with this kind of field intensity, wouldn't that be too dangerous? I would hate to accidentally create a neutron star in my office.
Yeah, well...
You know what we're talking about, don't you?
Of course I know, and I still say more to the left.
If you think so, have you noticed anything else?
What's that funny apparatus in the lock next door?
Don't you mess with that, kid. It is part of an experiment designed to revive dead brain tissue by means of well-aimed electrical impulses. But there are a few obnoxious side effects that so far I haven't been able to remedy.
What kind of side effects?
The electrical field is so strong that space will fold around the generator, and the resulting creases are really hard to iron out.
Can I borrow some tools from you?
Go ahead, help yourself. All I need to do now is make a few fine adjustments. For that, I just need a hammer and some chewing gum.
Yeah, sounds good. What's the freezer for?
That's where I keep the spare brains for my operations. And my lunchbox, of course. But right now, it's empty.
Plenty of ice, no brains, and nothing to eat? Sounds like a fashion show to me. My office was cooler and bigger.
Really? The one in your ex-girlfriend's house?
Yep, not only bigger, there were also more blinky things. And it also had more of those things next to the door.
Light switches?
Precisely. Did you repair the gondolier's airbag?
Yep, all taken care of. And the next replacement is already waiting on the pier in front of the shop. But I still have no idea how that could happen.
I bet there's a criminal genius behind this.
Looks more like random vandalism to me. But who am I to complain? If it weren't for random vandalism, I guess I could close my shop for good.
Yeah, long live the random vandals! I'll be off then.
Quite.